Hey guys, Ian Lawler here, doing our third session for our little video podcast for Somerset Combat Academy and Fitness RX. We have our resident fitness and all things guru expert here, Vincent Langdon. He's also our head fitness coach. He runs all of our Olympic. Vince, go ahead. How about you tell us a little bit about you? What are some of your certifications and backgrounds and stuff like that?
So, right now I have my CrossFit level 1 and 2. I have my USAW level 1 and 2, which is for Olympic lifting. I can teach the snatch and the clean and jerk. That is my favorite movements to go about. Also go with the bench press, the squat, the deadlift. But my main focus and what I really want to bring to people in the community and help with is back pain. All kinds of people have back pain. Hundreds of millions of people in the world have back pain. We go to doctors, we take medicine, we go to chiropractors, physical therapists, dry needling, yoga. I mean, list is endless. We do all kinds of things for pain. But how much of it does it really help the pain? How much time do you spend going to see these people? How much time do you spend stretching? How much time do you spend just thinking about being in pain? What I would like to do is to help the people of this community to live a pain-free life so they can be happy with whatever they want to do, whether that be working, whether that be running up and down, playing with their kids, whether that be going on long hikes with their dogs, whether that be in here lifting big weights with us, grappling, fighting, anything, whatever you want to do. I want to make you pain-free and happy to be able to accomplish your life goals.
Yeah, something we've talked about previously is like how there's a lot of sports injuries from a lot of people in this area. Like most people play football in high school, and they got tons of shoulder, back, all kinds of different sports injuries. And does your program address those kind of things?
Oh yes, the program will address that and way more than what they expect it to. We will go from pretty much head to toe of our body using our muscles, our joints, and we're going to find spots in our body that are necessarily, well, we won't have enough balance, we won't have enough strength, we don't have enough mobility. We will go from head to toe over the course of the program and fix every aspect of what is going on with our body. It can take time, but we will find the spots that need fixing over the course of the program.
So where did you come up with your program, or where did you get the backing? Where did you learn this stuff?
So Dr. Teresa Larson and Anders Varners out of San Diego, California. They started the low back fix, I think 2 years ago, a couple months ago. They mainly just saw a need for people in pain and wanted to find a way to fix that. Anders was owning a gym at the time, big CrossFit gym, had hundreds of people running through each day, while Teresa worked upstairs as a physical therapist. He would hurt people, send them back to her, she'd fix them, send them back down to get hurt again. After so long of this happening, of just the cycle continuing over and over and over, they kind of put their heads together and developed a program and a way to help solve the pain through her physical therapy and through his knowledge of exercise and ways to use and utilize weights. So they pretty much mind melded it and came up with a way to help people through both aspects and bringing them together for one session at a time. I went down to San Diego a couple months ago and trained with them for a week to learn the aspects of it and what it was all about, and really to get into depth with what they wanted out of the program. And personally, what brought me into it, I'm on month number 7 of the program myself. I went through a significant injury about 11 months ago, and after countless journeys through chiropractors and physical therapists and dry needling and other things that I thought would help, I found this, and it has just taken the next step in my life and helped me not go see anybody again. Now all I have to do is see the program for the day and what I need to do in order for me to be happy and healthy, otherwise going to a doctor.
With that being said, like what kind of improvements did you see coming into this program, like doing your back fix program? Like where did you start and where are you now?
Phew. So, the injury I was talking about, I actually herniated my disc in my L5-S1. Jumping on a trampoline, of all things. I wasn't even lifting weights. I was just having fun jumping on the trampoline, enjoying myself with kids. And came down wrong, smashed it, and at that point, from the second it happened, I couldn't stand up straight. For almost 2 weeks, I couldn't walk without a cane or a rolling stick. I couldn't even get myself up to this position.
Imagine that was like horribly depressing.
Oh, it was. I couldn't even move out of bed for almost a month. I couldn't teach classes. I couldn't come into the gym. There wasn't much I could do at all without being in pain. You couldn't sit down on the toilet without your back hurting. You couldn't sneeze without your back hurting. You couldn't do anything without the pain happening.
And your programs brought you to where you...
It has brought me past to where I was before. Because even before that, without sustainable injury, there was always tightness and soreness from lifting weights. There's always something going on. Like I'd squat heavy that day and my knee would hurt, or I would, do a clean and jerk or a snatch and my back would be sore for a day or two afterwards. Just tightness overall. The program, after going through it so long, has taught me how to relieve the tightness, how to get the stress out of my back and out of my muscles, how to actually move correctly and then prime myself afterwards so I don't have pain after exercises. It has straightened my body out, has added muscle to myself. I've had gains everywhere from pull-ups to push-ups to bench press to back squat. It has helped me overall on every aspect of life, even balance.
Now, moving forward, how do you, in our community, it seems like, just like when we talk to people and we have, potential new members coming into the gym, we get a lot of people that are like, they come in, they see the weights, and it gets a little bit intimidating, the idea of being in like a class. And, a lot of them talk about, well, I got injured in high school doing this, or, I got injured in my factory job doing this. Like, what do you bring to the table for those kind of people?
The same rules apply from somebody that was all-American college athlete to a 40-year-old mother of 3 sitting at a desk. They will be doing almost the same exact things. Weights will vary, intensities will vary, but they will be doing right alongside of each other most of the same exact movements, most of the same breathing techniques, most of the same mobility techniques, and through the intensity levels that they can see themselves, they'll actually gain what they want to out of it, what they need to out of it. The program will stay the same no matter who it is, whether you're in pain, whether you're not in pain and just have fear of being in pain later. We'll go through the same aspects and we'll all get to the same goal.
Okay, so say for example, I have a lower back injury. What exactly would my daily programming look like? What would be expected of me that I would have to do?
So, it all starts out with 10 to 15 to 20 minutes of down regulation and mobility. What we're going to be doing there is taking tools like bands, the barbell, softballs, peanuts, things like that, to actually open up the tissue and the joints and the muscles so we can breathe into them and relieve the stress into our central nervous system. Most of the time when people have pain, they're all tense and tight and stressed out, their central nervous system is attacking. They're in a state of fight or flight. What we need to do is learn how to down-regulate ourselves, how to relieve the stress from our body and come into a place of rest and digest. We need to learn how to calm ourselves before we start to exercise, which is, I know, it kind of sounds negated of themselves, like, why do I need to calm down before I start and lift heavy weights? Well, people go through the entire day working, and they wake up, they rush, they wake up to an alarm, they have to rush to get to work, they have to rush to get their kids ready, and then they have to drive through traffic, then they have to sit at their job for 8 hours. Most people don't enjoy it. So the entire time, from the time they wake up to the time they get to my door, they're stressed, they're tense, they're tight, they have no room to gain strength or to even think about lifting weights. So what I want to do is take that away, take all that stress of the day away so that they can concentrate on what they're doing in here and enjoy themselves and feel good while they're doing it.
How do you recommend this stuff as opposed to, because I swear it seems like the majority of the people that I speak with, I don't care if they're just graduating high school or in their 50s and 60s, it seems like with people who don't understand how exercise is actually preventative maintenance and care, which is what you're trying to offer and you're bringing to the table, it seems like people are way more apt to jump into a pill bottle. What do you think? Is this style of training a way that people might be able to eventually become drug free and really be pain free?
Yes, sir. It's completely. That's the goal. So what we want to do is to give you the tools to actually relax your body, relax your mind, and then after that, we teach you how to move correctly with power and with confidence. So you don't have to worry about bending over and being in pain. You don't have to worry about walking up some stairs and your knee hurting. You don't have to worry about getting up and down the floor without the pain being there. We want them to be able to take the stress out of their body, find the muscles when they need to use them, and once all this happens, over time, the pain will disappear and they'll be more confident in their movements of life. And through that, we won't need the pills, we won't need the doctors, we won't need everything we did before. It's just the process we have to follow along, and we can get there.
So it's like goes back to that old like concept. And I'm sure like all of you guys have seen it on like Facebook memes and stuff like that from like what's that group Anonymous that's like all about the Illuminati or whatever. I mean, some of that stuff's kind of comical, but there is some truth to it. Like the pharmaceutical industry doesn't make cures; they create clients, and they want to keep that money stream rolling in. So as a whole, like, how does this differentiate from that? Like, 'cause, people are obviously, they come in, they're going to pay you for your services, and pay the gym to keep the gym's lights on and doors open. But how does that differentiate?
So the program, it takes you through an entire year. We break it up into sections: level 1, level 2, level 3, and level 4, which all differentiate and vary of times and lengths of what we need to be doing. So after the entire year of the program, each client that comes through and does it will have the tools and have the knowledge to actually go out and live pain-free. So let's say that you do the entire year. You're good, you feel healthy. 3 months later, you might be jumping on a trampoline or carrying some wood, and you'll have a little bit of a flare-up. Oh, I feel a little bit worse. At that point in time, they can go back to what they've done the entire past year. Their breathing techniques, their stretching techniques, their mobility with the balls and the bands, different exercises that actually help them feel better through the strength training. They can use them tools to live their life pain-free afterwards. Getting back to what you were saying about the drugs. Whenever you go to the doctor, they want you to keep taking the prescription over and over and over until you're healed or until they find something better for you to take. After the year long of the program, you'll have the tools to no longer have to come see me for the back fix. Sure, we can come and you can do weightlifting at that point. We can get you into some type of conditioning, things that you want to do afterwards, MMA, jiu-jitsu. We can get you into that point, but after the year of the program, you're done. You won't have the pain anymore. You won't have it anymore. It'll be gone, and you'll have the knowledge to keep the pain gone so you can do what you want. We're not saying that we're going to kick you out no more, that after a year you're gone, you can't come back. We'll find something else for you to do, but after that, you won't need the program.
The stage is set, so to speak.
Yes, the stage is set. You are ready to do what you want to do in life.
So is there like age requirements or anything like this, or what? Like, do you have like some sort of like testing curriculum to see like what?
Yes, so each client that comes through, we have a scoring guide. We take them through 7 different assessments just to see where they are at in the range for back pain or injury in general. We take them, we go through 7 different little movements, real fast and easy, nothing crazy, that just shows us on a scalable level and gives the person an actual score of where they would be at for back pain. And every 4 weeks, we actually go back and redo the test. So every 4 weeks, we can see how much better we're getting over and over and over the course of time. There is a full-out, there's a score to everything. We can take that, and you can see from day 1 to day 100 and see how much better you are each time.
Sounds amazing.
Yes.
Well, I mean, not to talk about myself, but I started the program this morning for a low back fix. I hurt my back kind of repetitively over the last few months. I've kind of nagged it up, and this time it's not seeming like it's going to get better. And I was talking to you this morning. I was like, this stuff was surprisingly like interesting and fun to do, so to speak. Of course, us as athletes, we enjoy exercising, but one of the things that I was like worried about, I was like, man, I'm not gonna feel like I'm doing anything. Like I'm gonna come into the gym and I'm gonna, pull some bands a couple times and then go home. And like I actually really enjoyed. I got a little bit of a sweat going. I felt good tension throughout my muscles. And as soon as I got up after we got done with that last set, I looked at you and I was like, I'm already walking better. This is crazy. But
one class can change the entire thing and actually set the stage and show you that it's not going to be boring, that it's not going to be too intense, that it's not going to cause pain while you're doing it. It can actually just set the stage so you'll enjoy it and to get better. There's no reason to be fearful or to be even sad about injury. These things happen and they can be used as something good. It can actually help you take a positive step forward in your life instead of actually keep stepping backwards to cause more pain. This gets you going forward in life so you can be happy. And heck, after an injury, you might want to, after you feel better, there might be a whole new aspect in life you want to chase after eventually. It just gives you a different pathway to follow if you choose to do it. Injury doesn't have to be a bad thing. It can always be a good thing because it gives us a chance to help it and become better for it.
You got anything else for him?
Breathing.
Okay, let's hear it.
Breathing. I gotta say, and not many people probably want to hear it, but breathing is the most important part of spinal health or health in general. We need to learn how to diaphragmatic breathe, how to breathe into our stomach and activate our pelvic floor, how to reduce the stress into our muscles through the breath. That, I would say, is the most important part, and I would love to teach anybody how to breathe. Just come in and see me, and we'll talk about breathing. It might not be the most fun part, but it will help you feel better over everything else. Breath work.
Will, you got anything for him?
Not right now.
Alrighty. Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. I know we're a few days late posting this video up. We're still going to do our video cast later on this week. And please like, share, click subscribe at the bottom of the screen here. And I think we're going to be moving on to 5 topics for training this coming Friday. 5 really important topics that we as athletes like to hone in on. So appreciate you guys for tuning in. Catch you later. Woo.